Hello, hello, hello. It is Becky Davidson, and I am super excited for this training today. This is the Magic 12 Sales Diagnostic Strategies to close sales like the pros. Close like the pros. So, let's talk a little bit about sales and about sales training and about sales experience. So, I've been in sales for 40 years. I did not start great at sales. No one starts great at sales at 19. Now, granted, there are some people that just naturally have the charisma and kind of maybe they grew up around it. I know both of my boys are in sales, and my oldest son is a lot like me. And one of his sales managers was like, "Hey, one of your parents do sales?" He goes, "You're just a natural. You just get it." So, yeah, if you were raised in that environment, you probably picked up a lot of the lingo and the language, but most people get sales jobs with 0 skill, knowledge, and expertise. They just know they learn about a product and they go out and find clients. And that's how I learned. That's how I started. And of course, I have worked with hundreds and hundreds of salespeople over the years. Over the last 20 years, I've mentored lots of different people. And over the last 4 years, I've been working with my own program, Win with Becky Sales Training, and I've worked with hundreds of business builders, sales professionals. And I know that people start jobs and the companies are not teaching them how to sell. They expect you to figure it out. They expect you to invest in yourself, do the studying, do the training, test and tweak, do the things, learn how to sell. And I never really found a lot of companies and a lot of training that actually took you on the cold to sold journey. And that's what I do. I have a program called Getting to Yes, the roadmap to the close. And it's literally how to communicate in such a way to take people from cold to sold. And so I have a 12-step diagnostic, 12 magic steps in sales to close like the pros. And that's what we want. We want to close like a pro. We don't want to feel awkward and weird and just luck into sales. And, if you show up, a blind squirrel can get a nut every now and again. If I swing the bat, I'm going to close some sales. And that's what I was. And it's true. You don't have to have any skill. If you take action, if you show up enough, even if you don't say it very articulately, if you don't say it very well, hey, if someone just happens to have a want or need, you will close some sales. But it never felt good because I also lost a lot of sales that I should have got. I saw that there was a lot of people that were, turning me down. Sometimes I say blowing me off, shutting me down, ghosting me, avoiding me. I wasn't getting answers. Oh, that sounds great. I'll let you know. And it didn't feel rewarding. Yes, occasionally I would stumble across some sales, but I couldn't count on it. And so once I learned this diagnostic, these systems, this foundational language that helped people go from cold to sold in such a way they wanted to buy, it was an absolute game changer. And so there are 12 things. I'm not gonna deep dive into each one of them, but I want you to know, and I want you to assess how good do you think you rate on each of these. Rate yourself. Some of them you're like, "Yeah, I got that one down pat," and some of them you might say, "You know what? I'm not really good. I don't even know what she's talking about. I need help with that." And if you need a lot of help with some of these 12 steps, let's connect. I want to work with you. So first one is numbers. You have to know your numbers. You have to work the numbers. Are you working the numbers? I find that a lot of salespeople don't like to focus on the numbers because then it's blatantly obvious why they're not succeeding. But the numbers, there's some crucial numbers that tell you some magical information on what you need to do. Do you know your numbers? Are you working the numbers? That's number one. That's step one on my diagnostic. So check. Do you feel like you have that one nailed, or do you need help with goal getting and kind of mapping out your numbers and knowing exactly what you need to do? Number two is mindset. Are you creating an attractor factor mindset? I find, hey, we're human. Every human being has a bully in their brain that can sometimes beat them up or say things like, oh, don't do that, or, create some procrastination or some doubt or some self doubt. Hey, we're in a business, sales, building a business where we get a lot of rejection or we get a lot of no, not now. I have someone, I'm not interested. But have you bulletproofed your mindset and created a mindset attractor factor? I have some strategies to do that. So assess yourself. Hey, what is my mindset? Is it holding me back? Am I procrastinating? Am I beating myself up? Am I setting lower goals because I can't believe for the bigger goals? So I'll help you with mindset. That's a second, magic bullet on my diagnostic. Number three, do you know how? This is magic. Do you know how to lower resistance? Do you know how to intercept objections before you get them? Let me tell you, your people that your buyers, your prospects, the people that are going to buy from you, they have lots of options and they have lots of resistance. I don't know if this is the right fit. I don't know if I want to spend the money. I don't know if this is the right time. They have all this resistance up. Do you know how to lower the resistance, build trust, build buying desire so they want to work with you? You know, so many people are reactive to objections, but do you know how to intercept them before you get them? So number three, do you know how to lower resistance and intercept objections before you get them? Assess yourself. How good are you at that? Or are you just being reactive? If you need strategy for that, I can help you. The better you are with that, the more you're going to close sales. Number four, how good are you at qualifying and requalifying? I recommend qualifying and requalifying at least 3 times throughout the whole sales conversation. And if it's over a long time, you're going to probably do it even more often than that. But what I have found, a lot of people will talk to anyone. There was a saying I had a mentor one time said, anyone that can fog a mirror, try to convince them, try to sell them. Anyone that can fog a mirror can be a prospect. And so that was what I did. Oh, you should do this. And I tried to convince everyone I talked to that they needed what I had. That's not sales. That's just, throwing stuff against the wall and hoping something sticks. So if you want to close better, talk to better qualified people. Are you talking to good? So rate yourself. Are you qualifying and requalifying up to 3 times? And do you know how to do that? Do you know how to make sure you're talking to the right person? When you're talking to the right person, they're pretty easy to qualify or to close, to get people interested in buying. So how good are you at doing that? Number five, do you understand the value? Everybody sells facts and features, and hey, we do this and we do that, and we do this and we do that. But do you know what the benefits of all of the facts and the features and the benefits and all of that? Do you know understand the value? Not just what you think it is, but what that means to your prospect. Do you understand the value and how to sell value? And how to sell it in such a way that you're hitting their value button. Value is huge. Value trumps price and cost. But assess yourself. Do you understand how to communicate value in such a way that you're hitting their value button, which drives buying desire? Are you good at that? If you're not, then you're probably missing sales because you're not emotionally selling them. Number six, do you know how? Honest question. I asked my husband this. He's in sales. I go, do you know how to set a buying atmosphere? He's like, well, well, not really. I don't know. I mean, he's been in sales for a while. If I asked my boys, they've been in sales. They've stumbled into some good habits that have got them by, but they don't have a framework. Do you have a framework that works? This, setting a buying atmosphere. I always say a great close, if you want to close people, it starts with a dynamic, amazing opening. Just like a book. You have a great book that you read and the ending is awesome. Well, it starts with a powerful beginning. That's what keeps you through the whole conversation. A great opening sets up a great close. Do you know how to set a buying atmosphere? Simple. Do you know? Do you even know what that means? Do you know how to do that? Do you know the 4 steps that I train on how to set a buying atmosphere that gets you to the yes? If no, book a call. I'm telling you, these things, it's not a complete all overhaul that's going to make all the difference. It's the little tweaks that take you to the great peaks. So are you making the little tweaks? Number seven, do you know how to lead conversations by asking the right questions at the right time to get the right answer? Now, everybody asks a few questions, like, "Tell me a little bit about your business." Hey, that's an open-ended good question. I definitely recommend it. But I have 10 different types of questions to ask that we sprinkle in throughout the sales conversation that lead to a decision. Do you know how to sprinkle those in so that you're having a dynamic conversation that leads to a decision? I'm telling you, it is a game changer. It is a game changer. I used to have people come to me and like, how are you getting so many one call closes? I get one call closes because I set it up that way. And if you're getting a lot of put offs and brush offs and I'll think about it, well, then you definitely need to connect with me. But questions that lead to decisions. That's number 7. Assess yourself. Are you good? Do you know the 10 different types of questions to ask? And are you asking enough of them throughout the conversation? Do you need some help crafting that? I will help customize and craft that with you and for you. Number 8, how good are you at painting a vision and building buying desire so they want to buy? We lower but we also have to get really good. Painting a vision is something I had to learn. I learned that about 20 years ago. I worked with a mentor and she was good. She would have people eating out of her hand because she was so good. And she always says, Becky, you have to paint a vision. You have to paint a vision. And I was like, painting a vision. Hmm. But not only just painting a vision, you have to paint a vision, but you have to paint them into the vision. Do you know how to do that? Assess yourself. That is number 8. Are you good at painting a vision and creating buying desire? How good are you at that? Or how good are you at emotionally? Most people are good at logical selling. We do this and we do that and we do this and we do that. But how good are you at painting a vision and building buying desire? Number 9, how good are you at asking the small decision-making questions? Do you know what type of small decision-making questions that get you to the big answer, to the big decision? So, a lot of people are getting indecision. Are you setting yourself up for indecision? Well, if you want more at the end, if you want more decision at the end, which there's one of 3 ways that you want your call to end. And I like never have people ghost me, like people ghost me because I end them in one of these 3 different ways, a yes, a no, or a next step. So are you setting that up by helping them make small bite-sized decisions? Assess yourself. How good are you at that? Number 10, do you know how to close without the "I wanna think about it," or "Let me think about it. Oh, that sounds good. I'll let you know if I decide." How good are you at closing? How good are you at leading to that decision? How good are you at navigating that ending and painting that vision? Are you good at getting to the point where they go, "Oh my gosh, how do I get started? What's our next step?" You shouldn't have to hard close. If you do everything I'm gonna teach you how to do, when you get to the end, they're gonna close themselves. How many times are you getting to the end and they're ready to buy? If you're not getting a lot of that, let's talk. I can help you because that's the key. You are doing it right when you get to the end and they're asking you, they're digging for more information because they know you can help you. You can help them and they want to know more about what you do and what the next step is. Number 11, do you know how to sell your unique selling advantage? Do you know how to set up a unique selling advantage that sets you apart? So many people, like I talk to people that are, all in the same industry, like VAs, they all do VA, or website designers, they all do. I mean, I've talked to dozens and dozens of VAs and website designers, and most of them kind of sound alike. They all kind of sound alike. So, how good are you at setting yourself apart? How good you at creating that unique selling advantage of, "Holy cow, I wanna work with this person." How good are you at that? Assess yourself. If you feel like you're just sounding like everybody else, let's talk. I can help you with that. And then number 12, how good are you when you do get a no? A "Not now. I'm not sure. I don't know. I like it, but it's not now. I need to think about it." How good are you turning that no into a yes? Without being pushy, by the way, without being pushy. I've helped several of my clients that said, "Hey, Becky, they really liked it and they really were interested, but they wanted me to reach back out to them in 3 or 4 months. What should I do? Or what should have I done?" And so I talked through it and I gave them some strategy to reach back out to them, to set up another call, and came up with a strategy to answer their questions with the sale. Do you have the wherewithal, the knowledge, the skill to? Because when they say no, like, "Oh, I really like it, but not right now," that there's a hidden objection under there. Do you know how to smoke out hidden objections, answer those, and get that yes? that you need and want. Because if they really need it and want it, and there's something holding them back, you owe it to them to help solve that thing that's holding them back. Do you know how to do that? Because I've converted a lot of not nows, I don't think so, maybe later, I don't know, to a yes. But you have to know how to do it in a non-pressure, non-pushy way. That's what I do. So that is my 12-step, magical 12 diagnostic steps to close like the pros. And if you feel like you're just winging it, you're just talking and hoping people buy, you're just sharing facts. And I'm telling you, it's not just new people that do this. I'm talking people that have been in business 10, 15, 20 years in sales that are doing the exact same thing. And maybe 10, 15, 20 years ago, it worked because there wasn't a lot of competition. I could just talk about what I do and they'll be, oh, yeah, hey, if you don't have a lot of competition, it's a lot easier just to talk about what you do and they'll go, oh, I need someone that does that. Yeah, let's do it. But now there's a lot of options. And so we need to help perfect your skill, get you these 12 magical diagnostic skills that can help you close sales like a pro. If you need help with that, let's connect. Becky Davidson, Win with Becky Sales Training. My goal is to help you and help you double, triple, or quadruple your sales. Have a great day.